I feel like if I keep buying a new jacket every time I am going to do a review, I'm just going to be knee deep in jackets, and that's not what I want to be knee deep in. I want to be knee deep in knowledge about films. That's what. Alrighty, so Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. Now, this film is the sequel to I think it's like a soft reboot, I guess, of the Jurassic franchise, starting with Jurassic World, which was released a couple of years ago. The story picks up a few years after the end of that movie. The Jurassic World theme park is deserted. The dinosaurs have gone wild, and also the island is about to explode. So the title characters from the last film are back in order to rescue the dinosaurs, and trouble ensues straight afterwards. So why you should see reviews are something I try to put on this channel back in the day a couple of years ago, before I really had any recording equipment or anything of the sort. So I just had access to clips and my voice, and I recorded it on just a standard headphone mic, and I made like two of them, one on La La Land, one on A Cure for Wellness. You can still check it out if you like. It's just I'll put the links in the description if you want to have a look. I thought I would bring it back for this film, and also bring it back as a reoccurring, I don't know, type of review I'm going to be doing. I don't think I'll make it every single movie I see. Just certain ones that I feel like deserve this. Why you should see treatment. And just to explain a bit about why I should see. Why I should see is pretty much focus on positivity. At the end of the day, that's what it is. I feel like all films, there are people who work on these films. People who spend hours upon days, upon months editing, whether they be cinematographers or CGI experts. People put effort into these films, and especially even your summer blockbusters. There's always effort in them, and I feel like I want to recognize it in some way. Of course, that just because someone puts their heart and soul in it doesn't mean it's a great film, and that's what a standard review is. Review would be, I would say, the negatives, etc. And for Jurassic World, just because it is that kind of franchise, I feel like this film in particular, I'm gonna give it that treatment. So the Jurassic World sequel. First reason to why I should see it. It is a fun, enjoyable ride from start to finish. If you are one or two things, the kind of two conditions that fit together. Looking for just a fun time at the movies, a popcorn entertainment, and two, you have either grown up with the Jurassic franchise, or you've seen Jurassic World and you want to watch the sequel. The first film really, that was something you enjoyed. And you're excited to see this one. Those two together is going to make it probably a really core reason to why I should see this film. Don't miss it. It's fun. After a long week's work and you just want to go back with your family, or by yourself, or a partner, whatever it is. It's dinosaurs. It's Chris Pratt. Like, I had a blast. I mean, going in, I didn't have the highest expectations or anything like that. I was just like, cool. It's a Jurassic World film. All right, they're doing this, they're doing that. All right, I'm happy with that. I've seen the trailers. I'm happy to go see it. And I sat down pleasantly pleased. I could scrutinize it for its plot holes and etc. But honestly, for a good time, the film delivers. The film delivers on that. The second reason to why I should see this film. This is actually quite interesting. Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom knows the film that it's trying to tell. This is a continuation of the story. Even though it's a soft reboot, it's aware of what's previously happened with, Hammond and all the things that happened in the first three films. And it kind of sets this theme. There's a few critical themes in the film that actually carry through from start to finish, which is this idea of human intervention. Our history of, us being human, things that we do and things that we create, often start out somewhat pure, but spiral out into something that wasn't intended. It twists and turns into something that's not necessarily what it was initially created for. There's a little spiel at the start of the film that kind of sets that up, and it does pay it off towards the end. The film knows that you can't keep having a park that keeps on going under and a dinosaur that escapes. The film series knows where it's going, and regardless of whether you I agree with where it's going. I personally think I think it's cool where it's heading. Of course, it's setting up for a third film. I like it, the direction, and the theme kind of pays that off. But the second thing is that this film is actually kind of about that twisting of childhood by big corporations into something that it wasn't supposed to be. It's kind of this pure intention. Like, I think that's what it really boils down to. And the few of the main characters, they've contributed to this current state of where dinosaurs are. And it's very interesting to see them reflect when they first, the pure intentions, they reflect on the first time they see dinosaurs. And it is very much as if it's childhood, like it was something pure. Childhood is pure. Seeing dinosaurs, these magnificent 30-foot creatures, either imagine it if you saw it in real life or by watching the first few Jurassic Park films. That was the feeling. And these characters, they understand that feeling because they've lived in this world. And how that pure intention twists and turns and then devolves into these questions about life and whether we should even intervene or bring back our childhood, I guess. Because that's what Jurassic World was. Like, in the movie universe, Jurassic Park existed. Like, and now in the Jurassic World universe, like those many years later, they actually officially opened the park. There is now a generation that grew up with dinosaurs. And because of the events of the Jurassic World film, leading into this one, it is exploring what it meant to have dinosaurs and what does it mean now because we have created something. Who chooses whether, just because it's gone south, whether this life, this thing that we've created, who decides whether that intervention stops or whether we let it grow? And it's very deep, and I'll probably take it in a step too far. But I really enjoyed that idea and that step forward in the franchise. Because, of course, it's setting up for a third one, and you'll see towards the end. But I'm glad it takes that step, because as much as it's entertaining, I really enjoyed that kind of element. Whether the element was well executed, it doesn't matter. I just like the fact it was there, whilst being behind the entertainment. Because if the entertainment's forefront, that's exactly why I enjoyed this film and why you should see it. It's the entertainment. So the third and final reason to why you should see this film, just to kind of touch on what I said before about how the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park films are kind of monster films, monster thriller films. And what really added to the entertainment for me was that there is a sense of adventure. It has that adventure film vibe to it, just because of that, seeing these giant creatures on screen and being in awe from them. But also there's a sense of, fear and kind of this horrific element to it when you see, whether it be the Indoraptor or the T-Rex or the Indominus Rex from the last film. That monster element where you should also fear these creatures. Those two really mix really well, because it does work. It does work from being scared then also being in awe, because there is something so beautiful out of these huge creatures. But we know that some of these amazing creatures are really dangerous. And that works well, and that works really well for the franchise, and as something they pulled upon again for this film. Sure, it's nostalgia, but if it works, it makes me smile, makes me laugh, then the film really did it for me. So, as always, if you did enjoy this video, consider subscribing and even liking the video. It really helps us grow this channel. I really appreciate all your support so far. We are so close to 100, and it may not be the hugest milestone, but it is a milestone for me. But if you did not enjoy the video, I'm sorry. Hopefully there is better content coming up that you guys will like. If you don't want to have a look any further into my channel, thanks anyway for giving me a chance. But until next time,